had the thought that I wanted to start some business, find suitable entrepreneurial opportunities. My background is fluid mechanics. My PhD is on the interaction of sea waves and floating bodies. So I'm coming from a different corner. And I built it in the lab because there was a need and because I was intellectually stimulated by solving the problem. It was one of the chemistry professors at MIT, Tim Jamison, the department head, that one day told me, this gadget that you've made, it's really useful. Maybe there's a market there. And so I took his words very seriously, and I did go home and do the homework and found out that indeed there was a business proposition. So that was the very beginning. MIT in general has been very supportive. I've had great interaction with the technology licensing office. MIT has also the venture mentoring service that was actually quite helpful to have enrolled and received very stimulating comments and ways to properly think of how to structure a business. And indeed, one of the things I've learned among the men is that when you want to go from the theory to the practice, there's so many aspects that you have to look at, and the coaching I've received, it's really helpful to kind of pinpoint the critical points that are relevant to make companies successful, or at least to try to. So one of the things I realized as soon as I started commercializing the device is the variety of applications, of potential applications that could be there. So going to a conference, you get all sorts of people, in this case was chemists, each one from a different field. And I realized that actually my view on the potential of the product was quite narrow. Because chemistry is unbounded, chemistry in this case. So I started feeling the crave for more connections and different inputs, being exposed to different partners, different industries, and try to identify if there's other opportunities or even better opportunities. I think in this context, the MIT exchange, startup exchange program, but also the activities of the ILP could be critical in helping us finding potential partners or potential new applications. So I think that this opportunity that MIT offers is actually a great resource. So we are located in Cambridge, and this is the place you want to be. So getting out from the door of even of home and the company, within a few blocks you have all the greatest pharmaceutical companies, the most important ones, but you also have a lot of companies that are creating the future of the field. So very quickly you can get connected with the opinion leaders, with the thinkers, also with the buyers, with the customers. And I cannot think of any other place in which that would happen in the same way. I would have to travel a lot to have in the same afternoon the same type of conversations that I can have. And also the MIT environment is actually helpful to get connected and introduced to local companies, but at a level suitable enough to get relevant feedback.